Well, hello and welcome, people of the internet, to Horde Hunters. If you're like me and you like your bullet heaven / horde survivor games to have map objectives, oh boy, this one is for you. This one has a lot of different map objectives to keep you busy throughout the entire runtime of your run. And there's a lot of customization that can be done to set up your run in advance, which is pretty sweet. So we're going to jump in. This is the demo version of the game, though there is an early access version as well. Currently, it's on sale. I'm not sure how long it's actually going to, well, it's going to be on sale for a couple days until the 12th. So if you're seeing this before then, you can grab it for four bucks and change, but typically it's a $7 game. Yeah, the game has been out for a little bit since February 2023, but this is the first time that it's come across my path, and so I figured we'd check it out and played for, I don't know, maybe an hour or so. And a good thing I did. There is kind of a little bit of reading to understand kind of what all the different objectives are on the map, and especially when you're playing a bullet heaven, it's kind of tough to read and play at the same time. So luckily I have a little bit of experience under my belt as to what can we expect. Now, when you jump into the game here, we're going to get a little bit of an overview, and this overview is just going to break down all the different tabs for us, and this is basically how our run is going to go. So before we actually jump into a run, let's actually go ahead and set one up and see what it's like. So we can jump into the characters first, and there's a bunch of different characters. Obviously, a lot of them are not going to be available to us in the demo version, but we're going to start here with Titus the Warrior. So we have him selected. Basically, this is going to indicate what your starting weapon is, what your starting ability is, and the consumable that you get at the start of the run. So you can also see here there are some things that are different. Don't worry about these being different. I'll let you know exactly why these are different later, but things in orange are the things that are naturally different between characters. So for example, Titus is a warrior. He's going to have more health, more strength, and endurance, and you can see down below what exactly all those stats do. We can also go with, is it Nicolaus? I'm assuming it's supposed to be Nicholas. So you can see here, he's stronger in perception and agility, so obviously going to be better as a ranger, and of course he's faster, and he has a dash ability. We don't have a innate dash ability, but Nicholas does have that. We are level 1 here, which we'll take a look at later. So we have our warrior selected. We can then go to customize, and this is where you can kind of change how your character plays. So you can see I've actually changed the skin here. Once you get to level 1, you can select your skin. We have 3 different skins, more of a blonde hair, blue eyes, and then of course we have kind of the zombie look. I don't know, maybe the undead look is a little bit better, but I think this is a cool skin. This is the one I'm going to go with, although red hair does look pretty sweet. Now you can see here down here in attack mode, this is why there was a little bit of change there. Typically when you start, these attacks would be set to 0, and these are the kind of default stats that your main weapon and ability will have. I have these set to 2, right? So we have a little bit more size. We do a less damage, but I like having the larger area there to hit more enemies. Same thing here. 100% AoE on our leap slam. Yes, definitely. And our ability is an activated ability. We can use it whenever, not whenever we want, but there's some stamina costs to it. We're basically gonna, it's kind of like a heroic leap from World of Warcraft. You kind of jump into an area, do a big AoE. We also have points here. So as we level up, as we get more kills, we'll have more points we can allocate to this character. Currently, I have them into strength, and we can reset these whenever we would like. We can get more health if we wanted, but we can just increase our stats. Obviously, a lot of our stats here are starting at 0 because we're a warrior. We're not smart. Okay, we have our maps here. Currently, the only one available in the demo is Village, but there's a bunch of different maps here. Basically, they're set up in different ways. You'll see like the Village is a really sprawling open area that we're going to be able to go through. I've also seen I was actually watching Gaming with Jeff play this game earlier, and he was playing on the road, and the road is just a long horizontal strip, not a lot of vertical space to play around with. And I haven't seen any of the other forest desert mountains, but there's going to be, I'm assuming, different objectives on each one. Not exactly sure, but yeah, we're going to play in the Village. We also have power-ups here, so this is kind of our meta progression. So as we defeat elite enemies, we're going to get these skulls, and these skulls can be used to buy meta progression upgrades. So you can see I actually have one available. So let's go ahead and maybe, what do we want to upgrade here? Maybe magnetism. The range that we pull in is actually quite small, so having that would be nice. So we can also refund these at any time, but we only can have 10 power-ups. So even though there's a whole list here of all kinds of power-ups we can equip, can only choose 10. So this is kind of a cool way to kind of hone in on what you want your build to be, as opposed to just like throwing all the paint at the wall. You know, rather than just like at the end of the game, it's like, oh yeah, I have everything unlocked. I just slap everything on my character and I'm super powerful. You still, even though you have resources abundant, you still got to select what you want to put on your character. So that's kind of cool. You can go, there's on your character, then you have items and skills. So you can kind of just make those a little bit easier to see. And then lastly, you can pick your difficulty, which you can also pick, I believe, before you start your run. We're going to be playing on normal here, but you can go for hard, or very easy, or easy. We're going to play on normal though. Now that we've set up all that, we've set up our entire run here, go ahead and start the game, and we jump in. Now, on the map here, let's go ahead and I'm going to have to unlock the map. So basically, kind of got to walk around and unlock different things on the map. But you can see that there's already a bunch of different objectives here. So if we go ahead and attack this training dummy here, oh boy, do we have enough damage to take it out? Let's see, let's go ahead and take strength. So whenever we level up, we're going to have a couple different ways to increase our power. The first way is just to choose a reward. Now, I could take a character buff right now with strength, which is a pretty good one. We kind of scale on strength, so that's nice. Sometimes we'll get some weapons that give us an additional attack. However, this is a magic attack. Probably not going to be good considering our intelligence is not something we're going to be working on. We could take an item, which is going to discount all of our weapon upgrades, which we'll have after this reward, or we could just take coins. I think here at the start, I'm actually just going to take the coins over the strength. Now, if you look here on the right, this is our current inventory. We do have one slot available. There are different ways that we can increase this. The easiest way is just to level up. Everything that you can acquire to increase your power takes inventory space. So weapons, items, and even party members, which hopefully we're going to find a party member here soon, they're all going to take up inventory space. So you do have to kind of be picky and choosy as to what you want in your inventory. But here I'm going to take the coins, because after we get that reward, we then get to upgrade weapons. And this does cost gold. Now, gold is something you definitely need to keep an eye on and how you're spending it, because there's a lot of things that you are going to want to use gold on. So I'm actually going to... A cool thing you can do is, let's say I want to buy, because you can buy as many upgrades as you have gold for. I kind of want everything here, so I can just bulk buy, which is going to give me a discount. It's a small discount, 1 gold per thing, but I might as well, right? I mean, when you can take the discounts, take them. And then I'm not going to take any more. I'm going to save my gold. So let's go ahead here. Let's see. Now, when you default play the game, you are set to manually level up. I have that changed in the settings to auto level up. I prefer it much more over needing to remember to manually level up. It does break up the pace of the game a little bit. It can be a little bit choppy, you know, but this is just kind of typical upgrade fashion, so I just prefer this. Now, I think what I'm going to take here is the consumable black hole, which is basically a magnet. I don't really think... Although, maybe I want charisma. No, I'm going to hold on to the black hole a little bit for later. Our inventory, or our consumable inventory, is down here at the bottom. As far as I can tell, it's pretty infinite. I haven't hit a limit yet, and I've had a lot of items down here. Now, for weapon upgrades, I think here I might just hold out. Let's see. So we have rune, we have farm, XP. No, you know what? I'm going to go for attack rate here. Okay. So the church, we could spend gold there for some upgrades and some heals. We also have this healing reservoir over here, or healing shrine. I'm going to take the coins here. Really want to make sure that we have a decent amount of coins here at the beginning. Although I am going to buy the damage here. And then I'm going to hold out for the rest. Healing Shrine is pretty cool. Fully heals you, and it does have a cooldown timer of 2 minutes, so it's not a one-time use. Now, there is a rune here, which I'm going to touch. If we touch these in order, so we have to find all the runes in order. For example, rune number 8 is over here. If I were to touch it, nothing's going to happen. Which... yeah, you can see up here, nothing happens. So got to hit those in order, and then we can get a really large reward. So I'm going to be on the lookout for 2 next. Apple trees are going to spawn all over the place. We can collect those. They go straight into our inventory, and we just hold on to them. Mine, I'm going to sit here. We're going to keep getting some gold, and then I'm going to run away. Because basically, as we're sitting there, monsters can attack us. We collect gold very fast, though, but there is, once you use it, a cooldown, so you can't just, like, pop in, defeat the enemies, pop back out, and then pop back in. All right, pick up some more apples. We'll collect those for later. The tower, if we sit here, will help us defeat some enemies and kind of shoot enemies at a range. Though with our character, because we are close range, it's a little bit more difficult to use. I found it's better on the range character. All right, now we do have, oh, okay, so we do have weather events. This one being one of the harder ones. It really hinders our vision, but it will go away. You can see right here, 13 seconds. Oh boy, I'm getting attacked here while I'm trying to collect some gold. I just want my monies. All right, grab there. The forge, we can spend skulls in order. It is skulls, right? Let me just double check. Yeah, it is skulls, which basically you can either use for your meta progression or you can use it to upgrade your weapons. Now, it is only for this run, so keep that in mind. Change your maxed out weapon bonus with gold. Well, we haven't done that yet, so we can't do that. We do get a level up here. Increased health from food items. Ooh, so we could get a bunch of, we could basically heal more. Could take the multi-fire for later, though, and I think I'm going to do that. I don't really want strong salt yet. I don't know what it synergizes with, which is another cool thing. So there are a bunch of item synergies that you can get, and it's not necessarily that they evolve your weapons. Let's go with damage and size. It's not that they necessarily evolve your weapons. Now, you do get a bonus if you have, for example, a certain weapon with a... Let's see. Can I see what the synergy is here? It won't highlight... Okay, when we go to level up again, I'll take a look and see if we can see what the synergy item is for the sword. But there are other things you can synergize with. So there are different party members. Hey, there's rune 2, so let's go ahead and grab that. Let's see, we got a dome there that's going to protect us. We got a Cyclops eye. That's a giant laser that we can use once in a while. Now, I'm looking here for party members. I definitely want to grab some party members. New fetch mission. That is not... We need rescue mission. Okay, so we can stop here at the barracks. Now, the barracks will allow us to spend gold to get party members. Here, I think I'm going to go... So they all have different things, right? And you can see down at the bottom that it says synergy. So if we have certain items, it will also increase our party members' utility. Let's see. So the woodcutter, I think, has... Is the woodcutter high damage? Yeah, it is high damage. The dog likes to pick things up for us, and the cat likes to scare things away. I think I'm going to go with the dog here to start, because I think the dog can probably pick up like experience and gold for us to make it a bit easier. So I'm going to pick up the dog, and you can see here it does take up an inventory slot. All right, so I'm going to wait for some enemies here. So the bandit camp, once we start this... enemies that we defeat are going to be more likely to give us gold and going to give us more gold. So I'm going to collect up some gold here, increase the amount of gold we can get here. It is limited time. Let's see. I'm going to grab strength here. And then let's go ahead and take more damage for dog, I think. And we'll get a little bit more knockback on our weapon. And if we should leave the area, boom, it ends that event. So, all right, let's go to the farm. We can pick up an animal. Animals are, I'm going to be honest, a little weird in the game. So if we pause the game here, space pauses in like this kind of function so that we can use our items. The animals like to explode. So basically we can set a cow down, and as soon as it gets touched, it explodes. Little strange, but yeah. I'm going to go ahead and use one of my hams that I started with just to heal up, and we just have to select it, click the menu. Let's actually see how much we can pull in here with the black hole. I'm not sure how much is on the map. It doesn't look like all that much, so it might have been a waste here. All right, so we're doing our first fetch quest. Now, we need to follow. We're in an area here. This area has reduced movement speed, so kind of don't go through those patches. We'll pick up some beer here. Delicious. So our fetch quest is literally fetching stuff. We have to go collect these boxes. So you can see here on this item, Synergy's Frost Wand, we're not going to be getting that. This is a magic item. Even though it is strong, not going to be getting that. Just going to pick up the coins here, I think, over the charisma. Sell prices, discounts, and chance to scare away enemies. Yeah, I'm just going to take the coins here. And let's go attack rate and damage here. I would like to find another weapon as well here moving forward. Now, one thing that I haven't been using, and let's discuss a little bit. So we do have our health here, but we also have a stamina meter. There's a couple things we can do with our stamina. First of all, we can make to this rune, and in order to get there faster, we can hold shift and increase our run speed a little bit. So there is no dash, but there is run speed. It does increase your run a little bit. The other thing you can do is use your active ability. So ours is this jump attack. Boom, and we get a big old lightning ball. Now, in the settings that we were adjusting earlier, one of the settings is you can actually remove the lightning, and I think it either uses less energy or more damage, but you can get rid of the lightning. Initially, that does come with a stun, but I've removed the stun in order to make the area effect much larger. Okay, and the red arrow means that there's like a fast wave of enemies coming down here. You can see this wave of enemies coming down to hit us. Let's see. Well, here's unfortunately the spear is ranged. I was thinking that the spear would be more of like a pole arm thing. Nothing here really speaks to me though. No weapon class penalties. All non-class weapons get additional damage. No weapon class penalties. I'm not exactly sure what that means. I could just... I mean, this increases attack rate for my weapons, although it's pretty small. I don't want to like reroll here. I think I'm just going to take the agility. And then let's go ahead and take... I think I'm actually going to hold my gold for now. So watch out for these guys. Grab some more apples while we're on our way. I passed the chest, so let's go ahead and take a look for that. There we go. Actually, just going to jump over there just for a little bit of speed. And then this last arrow, we have... Let's go ahead. Oh, I didn't want to spend gold for that. I thought... a lot of these missions are time-based, so I'm going to do that, because I haven't checked out what the bank actually does first. Oh, I got one more crate I got to get. Okay. So while we're on the way there, let's go ahead and grab some apples. Make sure we can stay nice and healthy. Let's go ahead, just jump over like this. Now we'll make our way back to the caravan. If I can, I'm going to pick up an apple on my way. It doesn't look like it. I'll make my way back there at some point. Or maybe the pup can pick it up for us. I'm not sure. Yeah, so there's a bank. Let's just see what the bank does. Get return on your investments. You don't have minimum funds for a deposit. Huh. Okay. So we can gain some more gold. So maybe we can deposit gold, then over time, it'll kind of increase itself. Okay, so let's choose our reward. Do we want perception, gold gain, and we get knockback? Yeah, that's fine. I'm pretty low on gold. I'm gonna wait here for a second. Let's see. So I could just heal myself to full. I think I'm just gonna take the coins. We got a couple apples here. Now, are we on rune 5 or are we on rune 4? Let's go ahead and check that out. We are on rune 5. Okay. Now, we also have a sacrifice, little thingamajigger here, little shrine. I'm not going to do that. Now, you do have to be at full health to actually use that, so I couldn't use that even if I wanted to. Now, the library is kind of like the bandit camp. If we sit here, we'll get some additional experience, which we can do, get some stat level ups. Do we want luck? That would increase our crit chance. Yeah, I'm okay with that. And I think we're going to hold out. I think I'm going to make my way to the barracks here. Unfortunately, we're not getting any rescue missions, which is where we can get companions. So I'm just going to go buy another companion. I'm going to buy my friends. So we do have a fire mission. So unfortunately, if we do not do this mission, we're going to lose out on whatever building this is. There's a defend mission. I think I'm just going to make my way to the barracks. And then if I have time, I'll make my way down to the fire mission. And here, I think I'm just going to take the... I'm going to take the priest. So if you take an additional dog... Now, I can't buy an additional dog, right? I don't have enough gold. If I did, though... The good thing about the companions is that they do stack. So if I want 100... I mean, I don't know that I can get up to 100, but if I wanted 100 different woodcutters, I would be able to, and just take up one space. That's a really nice... really nice... My brain literally just died. It's a nice little feature there. So here I think I'm just going to take the... probably just a woodcutter. Yeah, let's just take a woodcutter. There is, and that's a setting that I have on to highlight all of my characters and my party members. I was having a little bit of trouble seeing where they actually were when they weren't highlighted, so I made sure to turn that on. Let's grab the chicken here. Oh boy, we're getting a little bit swarmed, so let's go ahead and get our Cyclops Eye. Go ahead and fire that off. Do a little bit of damage there. Now I think I'm also going to set up a cow here as well. Have that explode on the enemies. Because I want to... I am almost dead. Oh my god, thank god I saw that. Okay, so let's go ahead and grab the Tomahawk Axe. It is a melee attack. It is common, though. Kind of wish it was better than that. Let's see. Let's go ahead and start increasing the damage on it. Oh, this is our woodcutter. Hold up. Okay, so this is our woodcutter damage. This is our Tomahawk damage. So let me take that. And then I guess I'll also help out the woodcutter a little bit. I got to pause here very quickly. Let's go ahead and eat my apples. And actually, I'm going to eat one of my hams. Let's also... All right. Murder on the dance floor. Evacuate it. Evacuate the dance floor. This is going to do damage to some enemies, stun some enemies. Unfortunately, it did more stunning, it looks like, than damage. Okay, let's work on taking out this elite here. Definitely don't want to let this guy sit around. Elites can kill you very quickly. So if there's an elite around, make sure you kind of prioritize it. Yeah, because you can die very fast. There we go. So we killed the elite. Let's go ahead. Oh, well, there's a range. Unfortunately, it's range attack. I'm actually going to grab the apples here over the agility. And let's go ahead and increase maybe the range on our weapon. Now, with crit chance, the way that crit chance works is it's based on your luck. So, funny enough, if you don't have any luck, this crit chance is actually not going to help you at all. Something I noticed, like, you see the crit here, which is 1.2. So, yeah, if you don't have any luck, you literally cannot crit at all. So, our starting character literally can't crit, as far as I can tell. I think I'm going to increase the size of my attack. It does use all the rest of my gold. And this is what we get from killing the elite. Now, as far as I've found... okay, so we didn't kill it fast enough, so we lost out on an upgrade. We do get these two, and then we don't have... So because we're not lucky enough, we don't get the consumable? Interesting. Okay, let's see. So we got another quest up here. Oh, the tomahawk. Okay, the tomahawk isn't all that great, I don't think. There's a couple other weapons I would have preferred to get over it, because it's kind of got a weird attack pattern, right? It like flies up a little bit and then goes down rather than directly targeting enemies. Okay, we're going to leave here. Let's go ahead and Filthy Rags, generic. Damage around the player. Or do I just want coins? How big is the AoE? 32. I don't necessarily know what that means. Okay, let's give this a shot. I haven't tried this weapon yet. Let's increase the DPS, I guess. And gonna increase the damage of our tomahawks. Okay, let's keep moving on. Let's see. So what do we got on the map? What do I want to be doing next? I think I probably would like to head down to healing, so I'm probably going to head up to the apples. So the map does cycle, right? So I think we're going to go apple, apple, and then make my way left to these apples, and then I can make my way up to the heal. Just so that way we can get up to full health. Might as well, right? It's free. And I would like to use that. I'm going to grab these supplies here. Okay, nice. We got some ham. Just going to see if I can get just a shot off before... Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. So, let's see. What can we do? We can go ahead and fire off a laser. Wow, that laser is powerful. Okay, was not expecting that to be a one-shot. Okay, let's grab these. Now, the wind here is obviously one of our other weather events that we have seen before, but I haven't really talked about. Basically, it decreases your speed going in the direction that it is blowing, as wind does. Now, where did our heal go? Okay, so I got to go up this way. Unfortunately, I'm kind of going against the wind. Not the greatest thing here. Go ahead and jump here. Luckily, the map itself is actually pretty small. Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness. Okay, what are we going to do? We are going to pop a protective dome right now so that we don't die. Luckily, it makes everyone go around us. Thank you. All right, what do we want to do? Let's pick up some supplies here. Ooh, this is a weak bear claw? That's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. So this is a really interesting system. The fact that you can get different quality weapons, and some of the weapons are even worse than their base. I do like the bear claw, but I don't think I can take the weak version of it. I'm not actually sure how we can go about increasing this. Maybe at the forge. Maybe that's the way we would go about doing it. I think maybe because of that, let's go ahead and try it out. I'm going to take it. I can always sell it later. Let's increase the AoE of that. And let's go ahead and increase... no, I'm gonna leave that there. Okay, we're good here. We got another fire speed. Okay, so we're looking for... Where's Rune 6? I think that's what I want to be looking for. There's a defend mission up here. Rune 8, Rune 6. Okay, so I'm going to head up to the defend mission, do that if I have the time, and then just keep going up and hit Rune 6. There is a fetch mission. I'm not going to be doing that, though. I don't think. Okay, we got to get 140 kills while we're standing in this area. We should be able to do that no problem. Let's see. We do have a strong shield. I have to sell something. I think I'm going to sell the tomahawk. I don't really think it's that good. Let's take the strong shield. And let's go ahead and increase the damage on our bear claw. Increase the knockback on our main weapon. Oh wait, is the strong shield like a projectile? How is this working? Closest enemy in range. Maybe... It looks like there's something to a ranged attacks, and I wouldn't think that's a shield. Interesting. Okay, I think I'm going to go here with common brass knuckles, get another weapon in. Let's do more AoE. Let's do attack rate here. Let's do DPS. I probably should have just bought in bulk. Could have bought this as well, but I think that's fine. I'm going to hold out for now. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Okay, so we're going to pop our ham. Let's go ahead and eat up. I'm also going to pop an attack speed twice. And heal a couple times. Our attack speed up should help us clear this out. Endurance. Let's take the endurance for defense. Let's go more AoE. And I'm good here. Choose a reward. Let's go ahead and get another dog. Okay, now there is happy hour. Happy hour basically decreases the cost. Okay, let's go ahead and pop this. Yeah. Wait, murder on the dance floor. Let's go. Oh, and there's our curse right there. Yeah, so there are events that will help out the different buildings. So like happy hour is going to decrease what you can get at the pub. And the pub is all like alcohol, right? So we can get like a firebomb. We can get wine, all that kind of stuff. I think here I'm just going to take the coins. Let's go ahead and take the AoE. And, ooh, stun damage? Okay, we'll take that. Let's also take the knockback, I think. Oh, wait, this, yeah, Rune 6. This is where we need to go. Okay, now from here, where's Rune 7? Oh, Rune 7 is right above us. Okay. Although I can't really see where I'm going. There's an enemy portal. I don't know what that is. I'm assuming that's where enemies are spawning. Do I destroy it? Destroy portal before powerful enemies come through? Oh, okay. Definitely I will be sitting here. Let's still go ahead and do 10 second, double my attack speed. Okay, we're taking on some damage here. Let's go primary weapon damage. And let's go damage resist as well. Cyclops, that's going to help us out here. Let's go AoE. Let's go size. Let's go DPS. Let's get that laser going. That didn't do as much damage as I thought it was going to do. Full health. Perfect. All right, Rune 7. Let's pick her up. Then we get a little divine intervention here. Let's go berries. Automatic health consumption on death. Chance to get an apple on use. It's a ranged attack. Automatic health consumption on death. So is this basically a revive? I'm assuming it is. Let's go ahead and take it. Attack rate, size goes nothing because I don't have gold. Okay, let's pick up some apples here. I need some more heals. I also got more heals down here, so I'm gonna grab these. What was that sound? That did not sound pleasant at all. So where's Rune 8? Rune 8 is all the way up here. Oh, a black obelisk. I don't know what that is. There's also a dragon flying around. That does not sound fun at all. I am literally almost dead. Okay, let's just... Yep, heal up. We'll actually just heal to full. Massive explosion. Let's go. Get him out of here. That was not nearly as massive as I thought it was going to be. Okay, let's grab the coins. I need damage on this thing more than anything. Okay, let's go DPS. Let's actually re-roll. I need, yeah, there we go. DPS. Fortunately, that's still on cooldown. I could sit around for it, but at this point, yeah, I just want to hit my runes. New fetch mission, and where's rune 9? Oh, way up here. Oh, that's actually good. We passed by the healing, which doesn't really help us out right now because we're kind of full. I'm actually gonna sit here for a second. I'll clear out some enemies, take some hits, and then we'll heal up. Okay, let's get a move on. Now there's the sacrifice and rune 9. Boom, there we go. Nice. That's all 9 runes. So, the way these work is they can either affect your next run, or you can just take a bunch of coins. I'm just going to take a bunch of coins because I care more about the present than the future. And let's go ahead and grab another animal. Perception. Gold gain. Doubles the effect of the first forged weapon. Oh, I am definitely taking the spike ball here. I like the spike ball a lot. Let's go for more knockback. Actually, I'm just going to buy... Let's see. I'm going to buy DPS and area. We're going to re-roll these. I'm going to go attack rate. We're going to go DPS. And then I'm going to hold out a little bit. Oh, we have a new protect mission. So let's pick up the ham. Let's pick up more apples. And then let's make our way to... Although, I guess it depends on who it is we need to protect. Protect... Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Okay, ham time. Ham time. Apple time, too. Let's go ahead and blast these guys. Okay, we're taking big damage. Invincible. There is an attack speed, so let's go ahead and let me attack pop my attack speed. Let's pick up some apples here. Gotta make sure we're nice and healthy. Let's go ahead and heal up. Where am I heading to? 5 seconds on the enemy portal. Oh crap. Oh crap. Let's see. Oh my god, and there's the dragons literally right here. Well, we have new apples here that we can go to, and then maybe hit the barracks. Let's grab let's grab the coins. More stun. Jesus, more AoE. Let's increase our dog damage. We got a bunch of dogs. Yeah, there's the elite. Just coming straight at us. Got some griffins here doing their thing. Okay, so we got the bandit camp, and then don't we have... Let's see, we have a new fetch mission. We have the library, which I don't think I need. Stay in the circle for benefits. I'm going to be honest, there's no way I'm sitting in that circle. Let's see, what else we got? What can I do here? We can create a vortex. So let's create a vortex. And then while you're all there, we'll blast you with a Cyclops laser. Wow, this dragon took like no damage. Let's take the blizzard, and I think, yeah, let's take the attack rate and I guess damage too. Okay, now where was the barracks? Oh, it's way down here. I already passed it. And there's elite down there. Goody. Goody, goody, goody. Okay, let's set up some ducks here. So that way they explode. Another duck. Okay, let's grab another dog, I guess, since we've already buffed them up a little bit. Although I am very, very short on my health. Okay, we do have apples down here. Let's go ahead and heal up. Let's go ahead and freeze enemies, try and take out a bunch here. Although I think we're a little screwed. Unfortunately, we have a healing elite here, which is not really what I want to see. Okay, give me the apples. Okay, so we could do a protect mission here. I'm gonna grab strength, attack rate, damage. Take the attack rate. Okay, so we gotta protect the priest. If we protect the priest, we can get him. Oh boy, that's a lot of stuff. That's a lot of stuff. Primary weapon damage. What else can we pop here? We can pull in some loot, see if we can get anything. Oh, what else we got here? What else we got here? We can hit the supplies, see if we're able to find anything here. Unfortunately, we are super dead. Walking through the speed slow downer is not exactly what you want there. So yeah, very close to the end. We were 1 minute away. I feel like I feel like I didn't find a lot of damage upgrades. I found a lot of AoE upgrades, but just, I don't know, my damage didn't feel as good as before. But there's a lot of different things you can upgrade, right? Like you can upgrade your companions, you can upgrade your own weapons. You got all kinds of consumables you can pop. A lot of customization there in how you can do your runs. And obviously how you run the missions is going to be a big thing, right? We're running around doing the rune missions, and you can either drastically improve your performance in the next run, or you can just get a big coin buff this run. I think this game is pretty sweet. I think there's definitely like some polish that needs to be done. A lot of the menu systems, I feel like there's just kind of a lot of text, which I mean is to be expected, but I don't know. To me, it just feels like some of this stuff, like this could be very much cleaned up. I feel like there can be a better way, because you already have the achievements here, right? These two are redundant with each other. So I feel like you could just hover over it and it just pops up a little thing that says like win with Nicholas or win with Titus. I don't actually know if achievements give you any kind of rewards. Where was the achievement menu? Was it under power-ups? Where was it? Customize. It was somewhere. I swear it's here we go. Back in the main menu. Yeah. So you can see the achievements here. I've completed one. Complete the training. Okay, that's a great one. So I don't actually know if the achievements do anything functionally, right? We've seen a lot of bullet heavens where the achievements will actually unlock something for you. I'm not sure if that's the case or if this is just a traditional achievement system. But yeah, stuff like that, I feel like, where are we on? We're on maps. Like, you know, you could definitely clean up some of this a little bit. What else were my thoughts? Yeah, so, you know, like, this stuff is nice that you can clean it up this way by separating it into skills, items, characters, rather than just all, because otherwise you just got a giant list here. But, yeah, overall, I think that there's definitely more good here than negative, right? I think most of my gripes when I'm talking about, like, a very texty is when you're actually in game. I almost wish there was I haven't seen one. I wish there was like a compendium of all the different objectives that would be on the map, because I think, so for example, I didn't take the black obelisk in this run. I tried it before, and I'm going to be honest, I didn't even have time to read it, because I think what it said was it like increases enemies like attack speed and damage while you're in it. I think you probably get a bigger reward if you clear it, but because it's hard to both survive and read at the same time, I wish there was a way to read it while you're outside of the game. Maybe you can just pause the game while you're in there and the description of whatever you're doing will stay up on screen. I'm not sure. I've kind of forgot to check that out. So, you know, please correct me if I'm not mistaken, but if that is a function that you can use to read the objectives, that would definitely be a good thing. But yeah, trying to figure out, like, once you know what the objectives are, right? Like the runes, for example. When I did my first run, I didn't fully, not that I didn't fully understand what was going on, but I was going around and I didn't realize, I was just kind of clicking runes and it's like, does nothing. I was like, oh, maybe I have to like find something on the board just because I hadn't selected the first rune yet. Once you select the first rune, it's like, oh, okay, just do these in order. But I didn't know, like, oh, is there something I need to collect in order to activate this? Like, how exactly does it work? Or when you're doing like the fetch quests or any other of the quests, basically, most of them like can kind of be self-explanatory, but if there's something on screen you need to read, it's kind of hard to read and play the Bullet Heaven at the same time. So I don't know, something there I wish could be simplified a little bit, just to make it a little bit easier, so that we didn't have to kind of do two things at once. Settings, we didn't go over settings. Let me jump into settings really quick, because I think that there are some kind of important settings here that I do really appreciate when these games do. For one, window mouse lock is a big one for me. The fact that you can see, like, I'm trying to move up here to the monitor above my gaming monitor, and it's not going up here. If I turn off the window mouse lock, well, while you can't see it because the crosshair is still here on the screen, my mouse is very much on the monitor above my own, whereas when I have this on, it does not do that. That's a nice little adjustment for me. Now, obviously, the crosshair here is very easy to see, so it's a little bit harder to lose it. I've noticed in other games where it is literally just the like mouse icon that I can end up like on my other monitor, click, and then it like closes the game window and stuff like that. And so having an option like that is really nice. If you don't like the retro font style, you can totally switch it for a modern style, which is, you know, pretty standard in these like retro games that people like to do. Text size, I have it set to larger just so that's a little bit easier to see. I was hoping that it would make it a little bit easier to see in game. We have icon size, which for here I don't see, but I think it was like adjusting our consumables and items on the side. Although I'll be honest, between I tried on normal, tried on larger, I'd have to see a side-by-side comparison. I honestly didn't notice that much of a difference, so it might be like a 20% boost rather than like 100% boost, right? We have different camera settings, zoom settings, so you can zoom in closer if you want. That is how it defaults, so if you jump in for the first time, you might want to change this. It does actually ask you when you're doing the tutorial if, like, it shows you that you can change it, so that's when I changed it. I also selected level up is automatic. You can do it manually, but I prefer this. Primary weapon aiming is automatic. This is something that is unchecked when you first enter the game, so just heads up if you like automatic aiming. Just make sure you turn it on. I have usability towards walk direction turned off because I like to aim where my abilities go. What else do we have here? Oh, the fact that you can change your cursor style. Now, it's not a big style. It's still going to be a crosshair. This is the default one that you start with, but I kind of like the circle here. And you can change the color, which is really nice. So if you are color deficient in any sort of way, you could totally change that to make it a little bit easier for yourself to see. Or if you just like the different style, you like the rainbow style, hey, go for it. I like those adjustments. I did turn hit numbers off. If you're someone who likes to see how much damage you're actually doing and keep track of numbers like that, this is defaulted on. Again, I turned it off because they was just way too distracting. There are some games that I like having the numbers on and they work, but in this game, I just didn't feel like the style of the actual font was very synergistic with the game itself. And for some reason, to me, just the way, it's one of those things where it's like the je ne sais quoi. You don't know what it is, but you know something is off. For me, I wasn't crazy about it, so I turned it off. And then, yeah, everything else here is default. I left here. So, you know, and then you have controls here, and you can adjust these, and you can rebind them as you want with full game control support. But yeah, so fairly good settings. I definitely appreciated that. It looks like there are leaderboards, however, not available in the demo. But overall, you know, I think this is a pretty sweet little Bullet Heaven. You know, it's definitely closer to what I enjoy in these style of games, having a more objective-based system. And there is a lot to do on this map, right? I think one of the things that I've talked about a lot in these Bullet Heavens is I want to have a reason to move in a direction rather than just dodging enemies, right? One of the common things we see in a lot of these bullet heavens is really you're just moving from open space to open space, whereas this is like, oh, I want to move down to the bottom right of my corner because I see that there's an apple tree there and I need healing items. You make it to that apple tree and then it's like, oh, well, my next path could either be up and to the right or up and to the left, or like down and to the left because I see a bandit camp or I see a library. Do I want more experience or do I want more gold? So there's a lot of decision making in where you want to go on the map during the actual game to keep you engaged, and I really appreciate that system. And other than that, I mean, the upgrade system works exactly kind of how you would hope. There's a really push and pull there with gold. Gold is definitely stressed. You want to make sure that you have a lot of gold for upgrades, for buying new companions. Unfortunately, we didn't see a lot of companion gathering quests. There were a lot of the defend a location or fetch quests, which just kind of give us upgrades, but you can do, we saw the one defend for the priest. There's also rescue missions, and so if you do that, you do have a chance of getting a free companion, and companions definitely do help a lot. You kind of want to focus, I think, on one or two types of companions rather than having like all 5, or is it 5 or 6, however many it is. It's either 5 or 6. Right, because then all your upgrades are going to go to all of that specific type rather than having them all spread out. That's also going to dilute your upgrade pool. So something I would consider is just to focus on 1 or 2 of those, and they all have different abilities. And then of course they also have their synergies. Now, unfortunately, we didn't get to see any synergy pickups here, but when a synergy item does come up, it will actually say right on it in like a rainbow text, it says synergy, to let you know that you actually have the item that you need to create the synergy. And then you'll also get a little pop-up window that shows you exactly what weapons it's synergizing with, and it will tell you like what the synergy is. So it's not just necessarily like, hey, you have the synergy, and then it goes away and you have to figure it out. It actually will let you know what the upgrade is and what it's actually doing, which is pretty nice. So that's going to do it for this one, guys. Horde Hunters, pretty decent one. You know, this is in the price range that, like I mentioned before, currently it's on sale for the next couple days at like $4 and some change. Typically it's $7. This is kind of that range that I'm okay like spending on a game to try out, even if it's not like, you know, like game breaking or mind blowing in any way. This is kind of that price range where I'm okay spending it to get a couple hours of entertainment. And I definitely think you have, you know, a weekend of entertainment in this game, if not more, right? Like, obviously we want our games to, we want to get value for our money. And I definitely think that you can spend, if you're thinking about it in terms of like coffees, you know, you want your 2 Starbucks, let's be real here. You want your 1.5 Starbucks coffees, or do you want a game that you can play for a full weekend? I don't know. I think this one is a pretty decent one. But what do you guys think? Let me know down below in the comments section. And if you did have fun, you enjoyed the video, which kind of smash the like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already for more roguelike action. Guys, I've been Ganyonz. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see y'all in the next one.